Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Zach, but you guys can call me Hazardous, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video. Now, first, I do want to thank TheNOVAProject for allowing me to take part in this Black Ops 3 ARMORY series, making videos with him. So hopefully, I wish us the most successful time we possibly can, and I hope you guys enjoy our content. So with this, we are going to be reviewing and going in depth with an analyzation of the Black Ops 3 submachine gun, the VESPER. Now, to me, the VESPER is one of the SMGs, one of the best SMGs probably. I was gonna say one of the SMGs that I like most, but other than that, it's just the best. It has, you know, a very high fire rate. It's actually the highest among all the submachine guns. The only problem is it has low range and a somewhat small magazine size considering how quick it burns through ammo. But the gun has a very noticeable amount of recoil, which makes it a bad choice for some players, you know, who are just average or below average. But I don't know, it's far from being one of the better weapons in the game, but to me it's one of the best submachine guns, at least in close quarters, because, like, even though it takes a skilled player to manage, like, the recoil, you know, and besides the gun ripping through ammo and stuff, it's just so powerful and has such a high rate of fire that in close range it's just absolutely outstanding. Just to go into a brief description of the stats, it's got a mag size of 30 rounds, and if you equip extended mag, it's got 42 rounds in it. So be mindful of that. Damage output is 15 to 25 health points, so you know it's for the most part it's a guaranteed 6-shot kill, or yeah, 6, but it could be a 4 or 6 or 8. And the range, you know, it's low range, very high fire rate, and low accuracy, but there are a couple attachments that you can use to just like make it an absolute god, at least in close and medium range. But let me just put this out there: the VESPER definitely shouldn't be your first choice of a weapon, but if you do decide to use it, use these things. So due to the weapon having terrible stability and below average accuracy, it's highly recommended to use the foregrip attachment, or you could use the quick draw. I find that it's better to use foregrip because it helps reduce the overall recoil, and it allows you to have a better chance to improve your aim and land on more shots on your target, etc., etc. But it doesn't completely eliminate the recoil by any means, but it does help. Another good attachment to use is long barrel, just because if you don't, and this is also, you could swap this out for foregrip, by the way, but if you find that you can manage the recoil of the VESPER without the foregrip, use the long barrel, or just use it anyway, because this attachment slightly increases the effective range of the VESPER, and that makes it a little bit easier to take down opponents at mid-range. And also, one last attachment you want to use to combat how fast you'll burn through the ammo. You'll definitely want to equip extended mags to increase your total clip size. Or if you don't have that unlocked, you can use fast mags, so you can execute reloads at a quicker pace. But this is pretty much required with the VESPER, because otherwise you'll be blowing through bullets too quick and not getting many, you know, kills in between. Just because every reload is just constant reloading, and it's not fun. But I do have a few tips also, other than those exact attachments. I do have a few tips, which actually, first of all, I'll break down the perks. I'm specifically a free-for-all player. That's like what I play most. That's what I do best at. So I'll give you guys a class for free-for-all and a class, at least perk setups for other game modes. For free-for-all, you're going to want to run 6th Sense, Scavenger, Awareness, and Dead Silence. Awareness is good if you have a pair of headsets. Dead Silence, so you can quiet your footsteps and hear the enemy footsteps louder. 6th Sense, so they pop up around you. You get the little radar blings. I'm sure you guys know what those are by now if you're watching this video. And then Scavenger, obviously, so you can keep reloading and getting ammo. Now, for other game modes, I would recommend swapping Dead Silence out for Tactical Mask, and also taking out 6th Sense and putting in either Flak Jacket or Blind Eye, or any of those, really. It's all up to you, but I would definitely take out Dead Silence, put in Tac Mask for other game modes other than free-for-all, or you can put it in a free-for-all if you want. Does not make a difference, I don't think. Other people will just be able to hear you easier. But just some tips on the VESPER. This is what you want to do. You want to rush in and rush out. This gun is best suited, I think, for players that really like to rush in and get kills, and it can be used effectively to protect against objective points, you know, from the enemies you're facing. But the key to getting a good streak going with this weapon is to be fast, accurate, stay behind cover when you need to reload. This gun's awesome for getting a ton of points to get higher tier score streaks if you use it properly, and especially with those attachments, hopefully you guys can use it properly. Another tip I have for you guys is to avoid shotguns. You know, this gun's definitely awesome for close quarters encounters, but shotguns can easily overpower it. You know, some shotguns have a very tight spread and deal serious damage, so to kind of deal with this, you know, you'll want to avoid shotgun players at all costs unless you can catch them from behind or flank them from the sides. You know, free-for-all is pretty easy to flank people, especially with awareness and dead silence. Another thing is, you know, kind of avoid medium ranges, because medium ranges will almost always, SMGs will almost always fall victim to assault rifles at medium ranges, and it's just kind of like that in between. Like long range, don't even engage in it. Close range, you'll always want to engage in it, obviously, but medium range is kind of like a hit or miss. You can get a good kill, you can get a terrible kill, you can get killed, you know. But some SMGs can be effective at medium range when burst fired, however, making them a little bit useful against poor AR players. But for the Vesper, I would try to avoid this as much as possible. Same with long range, and that leads me to my next tip. Leave the snipers alone, guys, because at long range, SMGs are beaten severely by both assault rifles, light machine guns, and sniper rifles. The effective range on the Vesper is so low, and so it's just best to completely avoid engaging enemies at long distances. But yeah, so the conclusion I come to with this weapon, I think, is it's obviously designed for short range combat, and any other range, other weapons can absolutely decimate you in the hands of other skilled players. So avoid players that use shotguns as snipers as often as possible, and when engaging in an enemy that has an AR at medium range, be sure to burst fire to land more bullets on the target, and optimize your class setup for either speed and aggression or stealth. The class setup I gave you guys is definitely speed, aggression, and ammo. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Adios, amigos.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The penis cannon and zombies. Yeah, baby, let's fucking go. Hope you guys enjoyed Hazardous's part to the episode. Very informative, and hopefully will help you guys use the Vesper to crush noobs in online. Now, I give you all tickets to come back to the land of sex, where we will now quickly go over what the Vesper is like in Zombitches. First off, I would just like to say that this is my penis cannon. This is the gun that I infamously have sex with behind the scenes, wink. As Hazardous mentioned in his part of the commentary, it is true, it really isn't the type of gun like beginners should use in Black Ops 3. Things like the Kuda, Weevil, and the VMP are much more suitable for newer players. The Vesper in Zombies is an interesting mother trucker. As you know, in Zombies, almost anything will kill the shit out of everything. The Vesper is no different. However, once you penetrate the Vesper in Zombies, you may want to beware of one thing. The Vesper's fire rate pretty much destroys it in Zombies. You literally ejaculate so much ammo in like literally a few seconds. It's redonkulous. Unless you have a certain and constant flow of max ammos, this gun is as useful as a freaking pebble past round 20 and 25, in my personal opinion. This is especially true with double tap. Holy shit. You burn through the 240 base rounds of the ammo in half a round to a round easily. Now that I've told you that it fucking sucks in regular form, let's talk about Pack-a-Punch real quick. Once Pack-a-Punch, you will receive the Infernus, or how I would like to call it, the Mega Penis Cannon. Your total ammo capabilities will become a bit larger, being 400 rounds or so. Despite this, it still fucking shits all the ammo in like half a round to a round anyway. It is most definitely effective when it comes to destroying large trains, but as I said before, the major drawback is that it will not even last one round at higher rounds, which makes it really unreliable, to be honest. So, I'm thinking about it, and that's about it, guys. I know this was like 10 times shorter than Hazardous's part, but there's definitely much more to talk about in multiplayer than in Zombies. Although it may seem futile to like talk about in Zombies, considering there's like nothing to talk about, it's just something I want to do because it adds a little bit more to the episode and will, you know, maybe inform you. Like, some of you guys probably are really hardcore zombie players, and if you're wondering about a certain gun and what I think of it and, you know, what it could possibly be, this is helpful for you guys, even though I talk about penises every 2 seconds. Nonetheless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little change to the series. Hazardous will be an awesome addition to this series because of his COD knowledge. He is literally like a genius when it comes to some of these things. Like, he knows what to do. He's a good player, is what I'm saying. So I encourage you guys to please check out his channel. He does a lot of different like first-person shooter content, and it's really great to see because he uploads so often. I know some of you guys might be already fans of him or subscribe to him because of our giveaway, so that's awesome too. So this time, my friends, we won't be asking you what gun we should have sex with next, because we already have everything lined up. The next weapon we will tickle sexually is the VMP SMG. Oh yeah, also, hope you all had a magnificent Christmas. All of us here at the NOVAProject certainly did, and we can only hope the best for you guys. Oh, and one other thing. 5K is right around the corner. Looks like you'll be seeing our faces soon. That, my friends, is going to be sexy as fuck. So guys, as usual, there are 3 other videos on this channel that I think you guys would absolutely love to watch. On the left is NOVAProject's Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video about zombie news, and it talks about a cipher that was found recently, and as well as a little teaser as to maybe transit. The center is a throwback, a really big throwback. Like, I'm talking, you guys threw the ball at me from like 90 miles away and hit me in the balls or some shit. It's NOVAProject's video about GTA 5 and how there is a possibility that there is a way to get inside of the UFOs. I remember when he was making this video, it was a really interesting idea, and it was just such a mindfuck to me, to be honest, so I think it'll kind of fuck you in the mind too. So if you like that kind of penis in ear thing, that's kind of for you. And on the right is our footage of when we forget how to pee, and our bodies glitch out so intensely in GTA 5 that our penises literally fall off. They literally fell off mid-recording. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys haven't already, we encourage you guys to subscribe and follow us on Twitter. Links are in the description. I'll catch you guys on the next video, and peace out, Boy Scout.